Hello, and welcome to part 3 of my video series on dead bedrooms. Today, I want to talk to you about the friend zone. One of the reasons that people end up in sexless marriages is that they essentially are friend zoning each other. And what's crazy is it's typical in a best friend relationship style. So this couple they're so close, they're very connected, they're actually great partners, they're good at talking to each other, and they don't have a lot of conflict. Actually, quite the opposite. This particular couple style is they rarely fight. They rarely have things. They're very peaceful people. They're very kind and good to each other. And so they'll come in and they'll say, we're like best friends. That everything is good in the relationship except for our sex life. And believe it or not, it is a very high risk for a couple who has that best friend style relationship to end up in a sexless marriage. Here's why. Basically, sex is a type of conflict. It is to have good sex, you have to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself out there. You have to say, hey, I'm interested in trying something different. What do you think? And it's a very vulnerable thing to do that. So when people are best friends, if they've gotten into this habit of basically avoiding conflict or just like, you know what, I don't want to make waves. I don't want to make their life harder. I want to make their life easier. The idea of leaning into this idea of I want to try something different, or have you ever thought of this, is it feels too risky. And so there's a way that this best friend couple type friend zones each other over time, basically nicing themselves out of their own needs. And how they do it will be in just these little things. They'll come home and their partner says, oh, I've just had a rough day. And so, okay, well, I don't want to make any waves. I don't want to cause more. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to cause more harm to them. So instead of saying, well, hey, I don't know if you're interested or not, but I'd be up for sex tonight if you would. They want to be their friends. And so they're choosing being kinder or considerate before choosing their own needs, to the point that over time they keep doing it, making these little shifts, these little oh, don't inconvenience them, don't burden them, don't be a problem. They keep doing it until they stop initiating sex, and then they wait. This is the other thing. So there's the waiting period of I'll just wait for them to bring it up. When they're ready, they'll bring it up. It's usually a guy who does this to a girl. And by the way, women can take a really long time before they bring stuff up. It's just another problem. It's another problem we're going to cover in a different video. But the reality is, so if you are a guy who's waiting for her to initiate, you could wait for a really long time. And it's another way of basically nicing yourself out of your needs. And it all stems back from this idea of friend zoning each other, of not leaning into conflict. Sex is a little bit of a conflict. I'm not saying a fight. It's a conflict. It's a little hey, put yourself out there. Hey, I'd like this. Would you be interested? And so really what's happening in this couple style is they need to learn, put themselves out there, to take risks, put a little conflict, a little energy into the relationship, and accept that it's going to be hard and uncomfortable. But if as a team you support each other through that, then you can have a fun and healthy sex life. It does also require both of you to do that. So with that being said, please see me at therapistinstlouis.com. Please like and subscribe. And if you would like, please leave comments below.